Hi everyone, it's Miss Young, and today I am going to be creating a new painting, and I would love for you guys to join me. So let me go over the different supplies that I'm going to use, and then I will walk you through it step by step, and you can follow along. So let's get started. I have piece of paper that I got out of this mixed media journal by Strathmore, and it's just mixed media blank paper, nothing fancy, but what I really like about it is that there are these, I don't know if you can even see it, but it has a perforated edge, which means that when I want a piece, I can very easily bend it and rip it out. So that's what I did. I took a piece of paper out of here, ripped it nice along that nice perforated edge, so now I have a clean piece of paper. Then I am taking some tape and I am taping the edges down, which I'm going to go over in just a minute. But I also have some sponges that I have cut up to be extra, extra small. So you can go to, maybe you already have sponges around the house, which is awesome. Or you can go to Michael's or Target or even the dollar store. And all you have to do is get just a regular sponge and take a pair of scissors and cut it up into smaller pieces because we don't need the whole sponge to be that big. So I got a pile of those, and I have a paper plate to put my dirty sponges on as I'm working. So that's over there. Then you get to choose about, I would say maybe 4 to 5, maybe 6 colors. You don't want to choose too many. I got these from Michael's Craft Smart Acrylic Paints, and they cost like 79 cents for each one, which is awesome. So you can go and get some of those, or if you already have paints, totally use your paints, that's fine. But I'm gonna choose, I have a whole bunch of different ones here. Let's see, I said 5 or 6, maybe 7. I definitely wouldn't do more than 10. I mean, you can if you want to, but I think 10 is enough. So I'm gonna do dark green and light green. I'm gonna do, let's see, which orange should I use? I think I'm gonna do this orange. And this, I don't know if I want to do yellow. I definitely want to do blue and purple though, because those are some of my favorites. So I'm going to do a dark blue and a light blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then how about a purple and a pink? So in total, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paints. All right, and then the other ones, oh, they're falling over. The other ones I can just take and put those off to the side. All right, so here we go. I have my paper plate. It's gonna be over there. I'm gonna put my paints off to the side until I am ready for them. And I got this. This is just plain and simple crafting tape from Michael's. Doesn't matter what color you get it in. I got it in a whole bunch of different colors. But all I'm doing is I measure how long of a piece I need, tear it off, and then very slowly put it down, and then I really want to make sure that it is flattened on there, just like that. Okay, and then I got one more side. Same thing. Get a piece of tape. Measure. Tear it off. And then we're going to put it right there, just like that. Okay, so paper, tape. I've got my colors, I've got my sponges, I've got my paper plate to put my dirty sponges on, and we are ready to get started. So this is going to be a super easy project because all you really need for your shapes and your, whatever you're going to make is the tape. So take some tape, and I'm just going to be making random shapes. So I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to make for my kindergartners, I'm sure that they can take a moment, think about it, and tell me what shape that is. We have a triangle. And then I think I'm going to have another one right here. And it's going to come straight down. Just like that. Now I'm going to have to put a piece of tape there in just a second, but not there yet. So let's see. Ooh, I don't know. I got to think about it. So take your time with your tape. Tearing off pieces, I think I like that right there. There we go. Then I'm covering that edge and it makes this shape for me. And then another one, maybe right, we'll say right there. There we go. Just working my way across. the paper. Take your time. No rush. If I start getting too far ahead of you, you can always pause the video. And remember, you want to make sure that that tape is on there really, really good. So if you see any of the pieces of tape starting to come up, make sure that you really push them down. All right, then we're going to come over here. And, oh, I don't know, that's a little bit big. I don't know if I want it to be that big of a shape. Oh, I think I kind of like that. So we'll go right there. Oop, I don't like that. That's not good. So I need to use my fingernail here and try to get that. Oh, there we go. Get that up because I want there to be nice, clean lines. I don't want any pieces of the tape to be sticking out there like that. So, all right, fixed. Then another little piece of tape. We'll make a smaller shape right there. Now you'll notice like this piece of tape came off. That's okay because we're not going to be painting on my table, so it doesn't matter. No big deal. All right, let's see here. Maybe a really long. No, that tape was not a long enough piece, so we'll do one right there. Okay. Then I'm going to make a long piece, do a long skinny rectangle. Because I really like long skinny shapes like that. I always think those are really interesting. Kind of, you know, capture the attention of your eye. And then I think we've got room for... I don't know. I don't know if that'll fit right there. Maybe right here. Oh, and you know what? I'm just noticing this piece of tape didn't make it all the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little piece and try to line it up right. Woo, right there. Okay. Yeah, cover that space. And then we've got this right here. I don't like that, so we got to fix that real quick. And then I think we're done. And we'll be ready. And again, if I'm going too fast, pause that video. You know what? I think I would like for it to go all the way across, just like that. All right, once your tape is down, oh, my camera's starting to swing a little bit there. There we go. Once your tape is down, make sure that all of those edges are really, really pushed down on there. We don't want any of the paint to leak out. That would not be good. Okay, so now we get to take our paints. And again, these are, you know, they're just 79 cents from the craft store. If you already have your own paints, totally use those. You don't have to go get new ones. So let's see, I'm gonna start each color, each shape I'm going to put into two different colors. So I'm gonna put pink right there, and then I'm going to put purple right next to it. So pink and purple. And then I think over here I'm gonna do purple and light blue. Okay, and then over here I'm gonna do light blue to dark blue. Again, just a little drop. You don't need a whole bunch. This is just a teeny bit. So nothing wild and crazy. I'm gonna do purple there, and then ooh, maybe a green, and then I definitely want a green to dark green. So let's make this one green to dark green, another dark green. Now you'll notice that I'm not putting light blue and light blue, green and light green. I want to switch them up. I don't want to put the same color in both. So choose where you want your colors to go. We'll do orange, and I think I'm going to do orange and pink there. All right, we get the gist. Take your time. You know, again, just in a little tiny drop, no more than the size of a little pea. Little tiny ones, just like that. And then I want to, I've already done too much of that. Let's do another light green. We didn't do dark blue and pink, so we'll do dark blue and pink. And then last one, we have light green, and I haven't done light green and light blue, so let's do that. All right, there we go. Okay, next step is I'm going to take my sponge and I am going to just slightly dab. You know, I don't want to press. I don't want to press too much because then if I press, it's going to like push the paint out all over the place and it'd be too messy. So just taking the end of the sponge and just barely, I'm going to tap the sponge into the two colors. And you will begin to notice that those colors will kind of blend together in the middle, which I think looks really, really cool. So just lightly tapping, just like that. And those colors will start to blend together. So it goes from light green to kind of this dark blue. All right, now, this side of my sponge is green and blue, which means that if I come over here to the light blue and purple, it's gonna get mixed in, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna use the other side of the sponge. Try not to get your fingers too messy. And I'm just going to tap that purple in right there. I hope it's not shaking my camera too much for you guys. Tap that purple in. And then when I get about halfway, I'm going to take that lighter color, the blue, and I'm going to tap that blue in to mix in with the purple. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Take your time, no rush. Blur them together as much as you'd like or as little as you like. They don't have to be perfectly mixed together. All right, now I have paint on this one and this one, so now I'm going to use this side. And I'm going to do another one. That purple. Make sure you get all the corners of that shape, but you don't want it to get over into the other one. You just want it to stay inside the shape that you just made. And then I can get that light green in there. Ooh, that's a pretty light green. I like it. Look at that. Very cool. Take your time. There's no rush. Make it look as blended or as not blended as you'd like. It's totally up to you. Oh, you'll kind of notice my colors started to blur together right there. That's okay. If I make a little mistake, no big deal, but I want to try to keep those colors separate as best I can. Okay, now I have one side of my sponge that is not dirty, so I'm going to use this side for the dark green. Dark green. I want to get all those corners up there. And then I come in with the orange. Ooh, that one mixes together really cool. I like it. I like it. Awesome. Try to fill in all the white space. Remember, we don't want to leave any white if we can help it. Okay, I'm going to try to delete our white space. Okay, I'm done with this sponge, so this sponge can go on the plate to be washed. Then I get another sponge, brand new, nothing on it yet. And I choose another shape. So far, these are looking really, really cool, you guys. I'm excited. If you're doing this with me, that's super awesome. So glad that you're, following along. And I would love to see them. So if you get a chance when you are done with yours, you can either email it to me on our Google Classroom so that I can see it. And maybe I'll be able to post them on our Google Classroom so that others can see the work that you've done. Okay, done with that one. Another corner, or another edge. So yeah, if you do one, I would love, love, love to see it. So email it to me, and I will definitely send you a message back and tell you what I think, which I'm already certain that it's going to be super awesome. All right, and then mixing that pink in there. There we go. Woo, that one is cool. I think that one's my favorite so far. Awesome, awesome. Okay, new edge. I'm gonna come over to the yellow. Now I'm doing the yellow first because the pink is a little bit darker and I don't want the pink to totally take over the yellow. And as soon as I start mixing that pink in there, it's gonna cover a lot of that yellow. So I did the yellow first, which, you don't have to do that. I'm just giving you advice as I go. That one doesn't blend quite as easy, but that's okay. It just gets to be a little bit different than the rest, which is fine with me. And the last side of my sponge that's not dirty, I can come over here and do this one. Now I'm checking my camera and it doesn't look like my tapping is shaking the camera too much, which I'm really glad to see, because the last thing I would want is for you guys to be watching this and my motions to be, shaking the entire, okay, this entire table. So this is all been used on all four sides, so goes over on the paper plate to be washed. You'll notice I'm starting to get my hands a little bit messy. No big deal. Don't even worry about it. You can always wash your hands at the end, especially if you are using the same kind of paint as me. It washes very easily, so you shouldn't have any problems. I would recommend, however, if you tend to be a pretty messy person, I would definitely suggest that you use an old t-shirt. You know, don't be wearing your nicest clothes, your fanciest shoes while you're doing art, because it's just not a good idea. You know, last thing we would want is for you to get everything everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna use the next side. Ooh, let's do the light green first, because I think that dark green is really gonna overpower the light green if we mix the dark green first. So I've got my light green all over, and then that dark green. Yeah, see when that dark green comes in and you put it over top the light green, it really kind of takes over and it can be a little bit too much. So I wanna be careful with that. And the last side of my sponge for the very last one, light blue first. So I can get that nice, pretty light blue in my long, skinny rectangle, my favorite shape. I don't know why I like that shape so much. I just do. It's just so pretty and neat and clean. And, you know, it's longer and skinnier than all the rest of them. So it kind of just, we've got a bunch of triangles in here. And then to throw that rectangle in there, it's just like, whoa, different shape, which I like. And try to mix them together. Just like that. Okay, and I think we are all done. Well, at least all done with the painting, because, and remember, put this over on the paper plate. Don't leave it on the table. You don't want to make a mess. Okay, now the really cool part gets in. We're going to take the tape off of the papers. So very slowly and carefully peel up your tape. Oh, there we go. Okay, and put that on the paper plate. Don't put it on the table. That wouldn't be very nice to your parents or your grandparents, whoever's table you're doing this on, because we don't want to make a mess all over your family's nice table. I'm not going to peel up the outer side first. I'm going to do the stuff in the middle first, so that, oop, that was that little extra piece I used to make things straight, because I wanted to stay on the table until I'm done peeling up all the extra pieces. Now, if your lines, oh, we'll do this one. If your lines are not coming out perfect like mine are, no big deal. You know, it's just for fun. There are no mistakes in art. There are only happy little accidents. If you've ever watched the painter Bob Ross on Netflix, you'll know he says that all the time. There are no mistakes, just happy little accidents, which I totally agree with. So if your lines are not perfect, don't even worry about it. It's no big deal. Oopsie. Now I got some tape is on top of the other tape, so I'm peeling the top ones first as I go. Ooh, look at those pretty lines and pretty colors. I don't know about you guys, but I like it. I like it. All right, I think I just got two more. I got, yep, one and two. You know, this would be a really cool like night sky if you were to do just, now I've done all the inside ones, now I'm gonna do the edges. If you were to do just like light blue and dark blue, maybe a little bit of purple, and make a window out of your, sorry, I'm not finishing my sentences because I'm focusing on peeling tape. If you peel it too fast, you might rip it. So you wanna kind of take your time. Don't just rip it as hard as you can. But yeah, you could totally make a window frame and then like paint, you know, instead of doing all different colors, just do light blue, dark blue, and a little bit of purple. And then you'd have like a night sky going on, which would be really, really interesting. I think I'd like that quite a bit. There's all different kinds of stuff that you could do with this. So if you don't like how your first one comes out, then, you know, you can always do another one, you know, try again. Save this one as your first attempt and then have a second attempt, you know. And most importantly, we want to know who did the artwork. So down at the bottom or on the back, if you were thinking ahead, which I was not, then you could write your name on the back. But don't try to write your name on the back while the paper is still wet. If you forgot and didn't do it beforehand, you'd want to wait until it dries. But I don't mind having my name on the front. So there you go. There is our first painting activity. When you are done, make sure you throw away all your tape, throw away the paper plate, but definitely don't throw away the sponges because we're going to use sponges a lot in our activities. So just wash these and leave them out to dry and then find a Ziploc baggie or something, or if you have a little bucket like I do, you can put them back in with any of the clean ones. So there you have it. There is our first activity. Pretty neat. I think it's a good start. All right. I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.